Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live watch party. Gonna change something real quick because. All right, Nawaf Alkan. No, Cobra Kai season 7. Yes, you are right. Ends with season 6. I hope you all hear me. I was having microphone problems, but I think it's resolved, or at least I got a workaround. So that's good right now. Come on in. Sort of a casual afternoon. Something to check out if you haven't seen it yet, which, probably most of you haven't. Just earlier today, Cobra Kai Companion released an interview with Michael Jonathan Smith. It's a good one. It's only an hour long. Unfortunately, he wrote 3 episodes in season 5. And Peter he only had time for an hour. So it's unfortunate it's only an hour long. So it is a jam-packed hour. But go ahead and listen to it. It's a lot of good stuff, just sort of perspective on the season and what they were going through and the writing process. I do recommend it. Couple questions on Twisted Metal as well. I'm not sure if he included those. I heard the raw. I didn't hear the edited version. But anyway. Go to Cobra Kai Companion, check out the interview with Michael Jonathan Smith. That's the podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. A lot of good stuff. I should have had some notes. We could have gone over some things. Let's see. Matt Moore, thank you for coming in. Howdy back to you. Matt is a channel member. As a channel member, he gets the little logo there and his name in green, and stops in once a month. We had a meetup last Friday. So thank you, Matt. Eliza Lee, how have you been? I've been good. I've definitely been good. Thank you for coming in, Eliza Lee. Jack, haven't been able. Yeah, that's understandable. I still don't know. I've always debated with myself if Sunday afternoon really is the best time. I've played with the idea of moving it. But at the same time, I have no other time to pick, so Sunday afternoon it is. But we're here, and if you miss it, you can always stop and catch the replay. Keep in mind, it works pretty well as a podcast. If you just want to listen to it while you're driving or something. Sebastian, ranking of all the seasons. I still rank probably 1, 5, 4, 2, 3. I think season 5 is really, really good. Even though I made a 4-part series, all the problems with season 5, but that's mostly a reaction to the fandom and just sort of overall observations. But even then, I feel like fan engagement is down and such, partially just because the novelty's worn off a little bit. People are interested in other things. People are looking elsewhere. Plus season 5 came out in a really, really crowded time that some of it kind of got overlooked. But that's where we are. And so I still think season 5 is really good. Season 4 is really good, especially the first half. I think season 2 is better than most people give it credit for. But people look back, season 2 wasn't that great. But I think season 2 is actually better than most people give it for. And I think season 3 is like an episode. Like there's a lot of like good episodes in season 3, but I don't think it meshes together as a season very well. And plus, there's like some other things. Like I think like some things are like retroactively made worse. Like season 4, like kind of retroactively made season 3 worse. Ret killed. Actually, I invented that term. Ret killed. Kind of like if you go back, like some of the better moments in season 3 seem to lose their meaning after season 4. Specifically Miguel's recovery and a lot of that. I'm talking about sort of wreck killed it. That is a term you can remember, wreck kill. Those are the channel member emojis. I was like, how did he put those? And I remember, oh yeah, you have access to those as a member. I gotta see if there's some more to add. Maybe I'll look to see if there's other ones. I can probably add more, but I'm not sure what there is. William Christopher Ford was on a Ken Cole. Well, no one's been able to contact the actor. Yeah. You can take him at his word too. It's worth noting, like previously, Ron Thomas had said, no word on coming back. He told Peter that during an interview, while at the time he was like holding the script. That was for was that the season 2 one? Yeah, I think it was the season 2. Yeah, Peter did an interview with Ron Thomas. And he said, well, we don't know if we'll be back, no word or anything. And like while he told Peter that, he was actually holding the script to the episode he was going to be in, season 2, episode 6. Take a right. so it's, you can take them at their word, but like if he were like confirmed to come back, he wouldn't say it as well. So, that's kind of like the predicament like you're in. Oh, shit. Favorite and least favorite scene of season 5. I think the finale was really, really good. The Chosen Silver fight. I liked Daniel Silver at the end. Least favorite, actually, probably what we're talking about there. A lot of like the teen love drama, like Miguel and Sam. It just felt so like we've been here before. Like, give us a break. Like I didn't even buy it. It just felt like it was a little forced because they were trying to get to, they wanted to focus on Miguel and Robbie, so they break up Miguel and Sam, but it feels kind of forced. Like, I don't think it's like that great. So some of that stuff, and then some of the stuff in my videos, the past 2 about episodes 7 and 8, like Stinky Eggs, that feels very drawn out to me. That's like an episode that just like feels really drawn out. Cobra Kai Canada posted a theory that Mike Barnes stated that Barnes could still be a bad guy in secret and playing everyone to get 50% of Cobra Kai. No, that's silly. Like, you can sit here all day and every single thing you see in the show, you go, what if it's not true? Like what if Terry Silver actually didn't go back to Cobra Kai and is like actually dating Cheyenne still and wants to use Cobra Kai to bring veganism to the world or whatever. Like every time, like, and this is like, I don't, Cobra Kai Canada had a good interview with, Esposito, but like, I feel like a lot of like theory things, like what I consider like low quality theories is they just take something from the show and say, what if it's not that? Like, wow. Like it's, there was so much of this with Squid Game too. And I'm like going off topic, but like every time you see something like, what if it's not true? Like Like, what if Stingray didn't actually want to turn Silver in? You know, what if Johnny still secretly hates Daniel? It's just it's kind of like low quality theories, where you just take something from the show and just be like, what if it's not that? You know, in general, like, things the show gives you are like straightforward. Had a great finale. Yeah, it did. Yeah, season two had a great finale. I definitely agree with that. Yes, I'm gonna hear the people talk. I was sitting there right after season 5 thinking, yeah, they'll probably name they'll have a daughter and name her Danielle. And now everyone's gonna come up with that. Are you excited? Sure, why not? How are you? I'm excited. Didn't you just hear me? I hope season has episodes that are 1 hour long and they come out weekly. I don't think they'll do weekly. I don't think Netflix, for the most part, hasn't adopted that strategy. They have adopted the like part 1, part 2 strategy. Like I always say, it's worked pretty well in other shows. I think like Arcane did it, right? I mean, many shows have done it now, and it worked really well for Stranger Things. So that could happen. I'm not necessarily sure about an hour long. I mean, maybe like the last episode could go that long or something, like it's like an extra long finale. But like, I don't think every episode's going to be like that. The format's not going to change. Is it safe to assume that? I would say it's likely, but I mean, I don't know if we can say safe to assume. Could be held in Korea, or anywhere else. You know, they made an effort to make the Sekai Taikai like international. But not in America. I do think they'll go to Okinawa in one way or another. So I would say, like, I think it's very likely they'll end up in Okinawa. But as far as the tournament, Sekai Taikai, possible, but who knows? Aisha, Brooks, Kumiko, the kids that bully Kenny, and 4, and hopefully Sean. Yeah, that's a good list. You know, we'll see what they do. Are you excited for season 6? Sure. Obviously, you know, we're still a long ways off, but we'll see. Do you think Snake will come back as a lawyer and get Terry while Dennis is still fighting Terry? I have no idea. Like, why would Snake be a lawyer suddenly? No. That's the answer to your question. No, I don't think Snake will come back as a lawyer. Amanda helped Tory. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. I think it would be a nice, at least at some point, like another acknowledgement of that relationship in some fashion. Oh yeah, it was in the channel member meetup that came up. Will be on 1 part or 2 part. Yeah. Terry and Cheyenne. Yeah, no, I don't think they are either. What if Daniel was a real bully? Yeah, that would just be like repeating the same thing. But like an extension of that is just taking any character and saying, you know, what if X character was the real bully or something? Just kind of literally doing the same thing, but just applying it to different characters. No more fights with Johnny and Daniel. Why is season 1 your favorite season? Like, some other people said, I think it's about as good of a season of television that you can have. It just worked on every level. Like, everything like kind of connected. It is about as good as you could have. Like I feel like there's a little confusion at the end, but yeah, that was like, it was really good. It just such a like a magical time. The first time you watched that. Still want there's a lot of reasons. Part of it is they kind of feel smart. Because if the show presents Barnes as like someone who turned and is apologizing to Daniel and then wanting to go take revenge on Terry Silver, like, you feel smart when you're like, aha, he actually didn't mean it when he apologized to Daniel or something. Yeah, that's actually probably a part of it. You feel like you figured it out. It's solved the puzzle. Hi. Barnes be a bad guy. He's the bad boy. No, we don't all want Barnes to be a bad guy. I want to see Barnes training the kids for the Sekai Taikai, and maybe even participating in it himself. Hayden's will be the biggest in scale and story. Yes, he absolutely did. But we figured that would be the case anyway. Oli the Cobra, hello watch party. Hello to you, Oli. I don't recognize your name. If this is your first time here, thank you. Welcome. Do you seriously think Hilary Swank will come back? I would say it's a good possibility. Yeah, everyone like brings up that she's pregnant, but like, it seems like, do people not know your condition of pregnancy changes? That is to say, you give birth. She's due relatively soon, and before they start shooting. You can't predict the future. I don't have a window into Hilary Swank's brain. I don't know what she's thinking. All I can say is I think if she wants to come back, they would be able to make that accommodation. They can make it work. And I think they would want her back. So, I can't predict the future. I don't know what'll happen with the babies and all that and what she's going to be going through. But, Courtney Hangler gave birth. She was pregnant while they shot season 2. And then, she obviously had the kids and stuff less than a year old while shooting season 3. And did you ever notice that? No. So, they can make it work if there's she wants to. So we'll have to see. Like, I've had people who seem to think like she's going to be pregnant for 15 months. It's like, oh my God, I don't know. It seems like people don't know how pregnancy lasts. How long does it last? Boy, I don't know. 2 years. Kenny will rejoin Cobra Kai under Kreese because he could have only left the dojo because of Terry, not because he saw the error of his ways. This is like Mike Barnes is secretly a bad guy. Like, Kenny was the first person to take off his Cobra Kai shirt at the end there. Kenny kind of led the way. Plus Kreese is like incognito. Kreese is on the run, right? So I don't think Kreese is going to be public with whatever he's doing. So think it through. Like, what is Kreese advertising after he escaped from jail? Come on. Think it through. Johnny to win in the end? I think Johnny will win in the end. There may be other winners with Johnny. Won't just be him, but yeah. Everyone wants to start throwing hands. Where are you? Sorry, I was like trying to read this before I put it up. Starts for the tiny. Yes, that is the point of the show. Everyone starts throwing hands. Oh, what's your favorite song in the whole Cobra Kai series thus far? The Cruel Summer remix is really, really good. I like Quiver if you're talking like Zach and Leo originals, like Zach and Leo stuff. I think Quiver has like morphed. It was originally like the Cobra Kai theme. Look at how it's used. It's mostly used as like the Hawk theme, and I like Hawk. Look at the tournament in season 4 when Hawk fights Kyler. It's like playing Quiver there, even though like Hawk is fighting for Miyagi-Do at that point. The song that's playing is Quiver. Like they use it as like Hawk's theme. So I guess those are my initial answers. If you're talking like song, like The Cruel Summer, and then a Zach and Leo song would be Quiver. Like, yeah, El Turner, Tory, yeah, Amanda stepping in and stuff like that. Like the stuff you mentioned is the sort of stuff that's like off screen. But yes, there could be like an acknowledgement of like Amanda and Tory, or, you know, Amanda helping Tory get on her feet or something. So yeah. Not a fan of Robbie Tory. I think Robbie Tory worked better than I ever thought they would. So yeah. Melissa's here. Hi, hello, Melissa. Outer Banks. I haven't watched Outer Banks at all, so I would have to watch several seasons. Maybe if it ever comes to that. Let's see. Kyler will get his ass kicked, of course. Hakuna Matata. Season 1 is the GOAT. No expectations. Yeah, pretty much, Matt. Yeah. No expectations, and really blew you away. Is it harder to gain an audience or retain one? Are you talking about YouTube? Roundtable, please specify. Do you mean like an audience on YouTube, an audience as a television show? Maybe you're talking about like Cobra Kai. Just specify a little bit like what you're specifically an audience for what. Like you can stand on a street corner and start talking and see, will you get an audience? I don't know. We'll see. Julie can train Daniel, Johnny, Chosen, and Mike in the barn. I don't think like Julie's training them. They can all train together, like as part of a team, but like I don't think like she's the sensei. No, I don't think Chosen will throw hands with Kreese, so to speak. No, I don't think it's going that direction. This is like the what we were just talking about earlier. Like what if Daniel is the entire villain of the series? Like, no. Daniel's not the entire villain of the series. I refuse to imagine if they... No, I refuse to imagine that. Julie Singh, that's something I said in my video about Julie. That's something I really think could happen, or I've always predicted would happen. We'll see what happens. Melissa, party host, you've been a member for 4 months. It doesn't even feel that long. It feels like you just signed up. But thank you, Melissa. With Sam and Tory potentially working together in the same show, do you think they will respect each other enough to learn from one another? Very good question. Yes, I actually think that's a good idea. One makes a good point and then the other has to like begrudgingly admit, yeah, actually that makes sense. Or like say to the student, like, why are you not listening to her? What she just said is very important. So yeah, that's a very good point, Melissa. And for everyone, keep in mind, if you're a channel member, you got to make one comment. I think it's one comment a month, like the equivalent of a super chat, like that. So very good. Thank you, Melissa. Do you think the Sekai Taikai is not at the end of season 6? If so, do you think will happen after? Yeah, I think the Sekai Taikai wraps earlier. It just depends so much on how season 6 is structured. I was talking possibility maybe a few more than 10 episodes. If that's the case, like I could see it wrapping at like episode 8, 7, 8 or something like that. And then like what you get in the final handful of episodes is kind of like whatever the final push is, maybe something else. Well, welcome. You still have the icon. Huh. You still have the icon, Robert. But so you're still maybe a member for now. Tory should be an Eagle Fang with Miguel. She always can learn. Yeah. I don't know specifically what Johnny's gonna do, but I've strongly suspected Tory may just gravitate with Johnny because she trained with him before, so it seems to make sense. Yeah, I don't know how Kreese gets to South Korea. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible. They can write anything like that, but the biggest thing with Kreese is that like he escaped from jail. He's technically on the run, right? So it's hard for him to do like big things like move to the other side of the planet. Johnny and Danielle fight is inevitable. Yeah, they may do something. We'll see what they do. But on the other hand, we already got it in season 4 a little bit, so we'll see. Quiver is the GOAT. Yes, it is. Top 5 characters. I mean, my list is similar to yours. I usually just don't give specific order. It's just like too much, Hawk, Johnny, Miguel, Kreese, Silver, Daniel, Chosen, Tory's good. Why would they offer a big load of money? I mean, I'm sure they offered the normal rate as like a guest star. How would the other guest stars feel if they just suddenly offered Chad McQueen like 10 times more? Like imagine you're Ron Thomas or whoever. You've come back, you got paid the normal rate for a guest star, and then they go and offer Chad McQueen 10 times more just because you didn't want to. Wouldn't that be like, hey, what the hell? Like, is that fair to the other guest stars? Is that fair to, Lucille? What's her name? Renee or something? And just everyone else. No, Chad McQueen, he made his decision. That's fine. Just take it and move on, Max. Like, you guys just got to take it and move on. And then if you do that, how does that help your negotiations in the future? The next time you want someone to come back. If you're willing to just pay 10 times more. If you ever want to run a business, you got to think about that. Or, even something where you're in charge of a budget. Yeah, you'll make a surprise appearance in this. Okay. She may smoke a joint. We'll see. If they don't bring back Kenny, well, Kenny will be back. We'll see what they do. 100% of his time for revenge. Yeah, I think he'll be gone for the first half of the season. Yeah, like Silver is like when you say what happens after the Sekai Tekai, that's when Silver is back. Silver gets his legal troubles worked out or whatever. What other shows you like besides Cobra Kai? House of the Dragon was good. Wednesday was good. I just made a video on Wednesday. Not my thing, but it was good. We'll talk about that maybe in a minute. I started watching Two Broke Girls. That's kind of enjoyable. Obviously that show's done. Anything else Oh, you know what, guys? I finally got to watch. What is it? Tales of the Jedi or whatever? Like those short animated ones on Disney Plus, the Tales of the Jedi or whatever. That was really good. That was actually surprisingly good. Like some of the best Star Wars stuff they've made. As crazy as that sounds. But yeah, like Tales of the Jedi was good. For a TV show. Now I got to remember what your original question was. Shit. I don't remember. I'm too far off. Did I answer? I don't remember. Sorry, Roundtable. I'm just lost now. No, Mitch's turning was actually foreshadowed through most of the back half of season 5. Quit trying to be so smart. Like it sounds weird, but no, like you're not like so smart you figured something out. And in fact, rewatch season 5 and you'll see that like Mitch's turn was actually like strongly foreshadowed. And there's nothing like that for Mike Barnes. Why can't Julie be a sensei? She can't be a sensei. Why not? Besides, did you watch my video? Watch that video about Julie. Oh shoot. Watch that video about Julie. It's a good one. And because Julie can be a sensei. Why couldn't she be a sensei? I don't get it. Here, I'll even pull it up. Just gonna pull it up here. Let's see. Where did this go? Season 6. Okay. Will this pull up? No, because it never does it. Always gotta like re-push. There you go. This one. Go to the channel. Make sure you watch this video. I cover all of it right here. Cover. It's a very good one. So, how does Julie Pierce come back? What will happen with Kreese and Silver in season? That's a good question. I think Silver could end up being some sort of big bad in combination with Kreese trying to do whatever he's trying to do. We'll see. Lessons in quotes? You want some like good ones? Here's a video. If you want some lessons. Which one did I do? I put this one out a couple of years ago now. Dimitri's dating do's and don'ts. Go watch that. Some great lessons. Some great lessons. Very good lessons on that. Dimitri's dating do's and don'ts. It's a very good one. And that's from Watch Party and the show. Tory and Sam's relationship will start to be quite awkward when Robbie and Miguel help them connect, possibly putting them in a situation they are forced to rely on each other. Something like that. I kind of half wonder if they'll all end up on a double date. It just seems like something you can throw them at them. We'll see. Silver to be on top at the end. He got a redemption arc. Remember, Terry Silver already had his redemption arc. That was the beginning of season 4. He was already redeemed. He was a changed man. Right? Why do you want season 6 to not be that long? There's a lot to wrap up. Are you talking to me? Watch my season 6 video that I talked about it. I predicted maybe 12 episodes and maybe an extra long finale. Isn't that long? Like, I don't understand what you're saying. They're not going to change the format of the show. You know, I have some people like going, well, they'll do 20 episodes. No, if they were to do 20 episodes, it would be 2 seasons. And it's a half-hour show. They're not going to make it an hour show. It's not going to become an hour show. Maybe the last episode could be a little bit longer, but that's like a special thing. Do I end live streams? You know, it could be because there's a delay. Because there's a delay from what I say and then when I push like the end button. So like if there's like a delay from what I say to when it plays in the stream. So like if I say goodbye and then press end, it'll like end then before the goodbye plays. Because yeah, there's always a delay. That's probably how it works. I should probably work on that. Yeah, if they did a Sensei sparring match, do you mean in the Sekai Taikai? Well, they're not going to fight themselves. But there could be a Sensei sparring match, but that's not the matchup. Watch the Julie Pierce video. It's covered there. This is how I know you guys aren't watching all my videos. Because you would have different comments. You wouldn't say that. Make sure you watch this video. It's covered there. I talk about a Sensei sparring match. First live stream post since September. Okay, that makes sense. No, I did not see it. I should look at it. I've been talking to Cody here. Maybe we'll have him on soon. Main recurring characters you dislike? No. You know, every character has a role. Scrolling all over on me. Oh my god. Sorry. My chat is messed up. What is going on? Crap. What is going on? Hold on, guys. See if I can fix this. What's going on? What the hell? Oh boy. Oh shit. I think I had my hand on the button. Sorry. Okay. I think I had my arm on the keyboard. Sorry, guys. Form of jealousy coming from Sam and Tory when Tory starts bonding more and more with Amanda. No. No. Maybe she bonded with Daniel? I feel like it's more likely Sam would feel jealous about her father than Amanda. But like I don't think that's gonna happen. They probably won't fight nothing significant. Well, Tom Cole kind of ran his course, right? It looks like a CW show. Yeah, Wednesday is like it's like a young adult show. Like, I mean, a little bit of like a CW maybe. Not that I'm very familiar with CW shows. I don't think I've ever watched any. But like it's like a young adult show set in the Addams Family universe. Is Wednesday with a watch? I've heard it's good, and I don't want to watch it because I play cello, and everyone is obsessed with her painted black, and it's super cringy to me. Probably is. But her playing the cello is like a weird. Like it's not really a big part of the show. They only put it in there a couple of times. Wednesday's too good at everything. Like she is like it would be incorrect to say Mary Sue, but like I'm turning the volume down. But like it's one of those like she has like so many skills. It's like a little bit ridiculous. But that's like the least part. Like her cello is like just something like I even forget about it. Classical music by playing or rock pop. Fair enough. Castlevania, yeah. Maybe I should. I think I'm aware of it, but I never watched it. You guys want to talk about Wednesday? Wednesday was I made a video on it, guys. And you guys haven't watched it yet because it doesn't have many views. But I used it on the Hayden scale. People were, I wanted to do more videos with the Hayden scale. So go to the channel page if you haven't seen it or it's not recommended. Seek it out. Search like Wednesday Watch Party. Search it and find it. And click on it because it helps the algorithm. But it is a good adaptation. It is like pretty faithful to the source material, while at the same time being very different. Similar to Cobra Kai. And so I think that's something it did very well. It's like, it's very much an Addams Family show. It has all the tone and something you would expect from that, while also being a very different show. So that's something like it. And so it did very well on the Hayden scale because I think like, fans of the Addams Family can recognize all the fingerprints and trademarks of the Addams Family in a show now that's set on Wednesday. The way Cobra Kai focused on Johnny, Wednesday takes the Addams Family, just focuses on her. She's a little bit older than in other iterations now. She's like a 16 in high school, right? So it's her kind of going through high school. So that's why I say it's like a young adult show in the Addams Family universe. It is like a high school show. They're dealing with a lot of like high school stuff. Like where her roommate has a dance, or not a dance, but like a date, and they get stood up, and like she goes to that dance you see all the time. It's like she's going to the dance with the boy. There's some of that crap, but it's like Addams Family. There's kids getting murdered excessively. Like you would think they would stop school when like after like 4 people get murdered or something, but like whatever, like in monsters and vampires and werewolves and stuff. So it's like a cross between the Addams Family and Harry Potter. Is a good way to think about it. Watch this video though. Watch it, because not enough of you have seen it. Not enough of you have seen it. You don't know how that show got so popular. As I just mentioned, it resonated with people. It really, really did. I think like, especially younger people, high school, maybe college, like still like in your younger 20s, like it really, really, resonated with them. Which I'm thinking about making a video on the concept of how important it is to resonate. Which is what this show did. It just like resonated with people. And it's just like a little weird. It's like a little bit different. So it's got like a Harry Potter with feel to it in a sense. That was a great video. Thank you, Brian. Let me look real quick. Okay. But that's my pitch for Wednesday. It's good enough. Has your view on Sam changed over time? Yeah, I mean the show moves on. Like one thing you guys gotta always say is like, we're still not in season 2. Like the season 1, the season 2. Sam, like that was 3 seasons ago. Like you gotta move on. Like you gotta let it go. Some people like just want to keep like rehashing stuff from a while ago. But like you can't do that. Like you gotta move on. The show moves on. Why didn't you? Like everyone else did. I don't know what you're talking about, DJ. You're just like, imagine Kreese walks in the dojo, someone is broken and finds out it was Terry Silver. Well, Silver, they arrested him. So how is this going to happen? Like, what are you even imagining? Like, you got to imagine something that at least lines up with what's already happened. This person would like 2 broke girls. I mean, it's very, very silly. Well, light comedy to very classic sitcom tropes and something. But I think they do a good job of like, it's actually better because like it's like 2 girls who are very different worlds. The rich who's now broke, and the other girl who grew up broke, and like the culture clash and differences. I haven't seen much of it. It's just on the first season, but what's they have is actually pretty good. For like classic sitcoms, not deep stuff or anything. If it's the same format, then the season will feel rushed. Maybe. We'll see. On the other hand, every season's felt rushed, so maybe the format is to be rushed. More scenes between Dimitri and Yasmin. Yeah, they'll find a way to wrap all that up. Thank you. I am having a good day. Devin will interact with Sam. Yeah, I mean, those are two characters that really never had any interaction until they ended up fighting each other. Which, if you saw my last video there on that episode, the Sekai Taikai, there were definitely no emotional stakes for like Devin or Sam, like in terms of the fight, because they've never had any interaction or history. They have no history or anything. Well, yeah. I mean, they'll acknowledge all the personal relationships, scenes focusing. I mean, there'll be ways to wrap all this up. Leia, it's Leah, Lia, but but I like that you say Leia. Maybe she should be Leia. I don't know about a foreign girl or any of that, but yeah, I think neither Anthony nor Kenny end up with Leah. I think and I don't think Leah actually likes either of them. She's just a friendly, polite girl. An actual training moment between Sam and Anthony. Yeah. I think I mentioned somewhere. I don't even remember where. That like in episode 5, Sam says she will train Anthony, but then we never actually see her do that. It could be. Yeah, that would be nice. Some sort of throwaway. It doesn't have to be a big moment. Okay, show big meh. It's like one of the most watched shows. It's still in the top 10, I think. Several months after coming out, it's doing really, really well. How did the members chat go? Oh, you're talking to Melissa, but it went well. Buenas noches. Buenos dias, not noches. Buenos dias. Well, I don't think any of the main characters are going to die in Stranger Things next season. While at the same time, I wouldn't take anything they say literally or live by it. But I don't think any of the main characters will die. I don't think they're going to go that route. Like people have predicted everything. Like people have predicted Nancy. I feel like I've seen her predicted the most. Will. But Will would just feel like Will dying would just feel so like, oh my God. And definitely not Mike. Like if someone was gonna die, I would say Elle is the most likely, but I don't think they're gonna kill Elle. Maybe Elle could end up losing her powers again, which you feel like you've done that, but the show ends where she's quote unquote normal or something. Not that she knows how to deal with that, but something like that could end. She permanently loses her powers somehow. I don't know. Oh, Melissa, you know what? The comments are back on. Yeah, Netflix or not Netflix, YouTube had turned the comments off, and I didn't realize it. And that's something that's like frustrating about YouTube, is that can happen. Um, if you have a comment, please go back to the video and leave the comment. I would really appreciate that. It should be there now. You should be able to comment. It's just YouTube is frustrating sometimes. I had an insane trouble when I was making the Stranger Things videos. But please go back and leave a comment. I would really appreciate it. How do you think Tory will react to Kreese's escape from prison? I'm not sure. Skepticism or something? Yeah. I'm not sure. That's a good question. We'll see how she finds out. Are goth girls still a thing with teens? I think my understanding is goth isn't as big anymore. Maybe if someone's in high school or just out of high school now, they could comment. But like, I feel like there's always going to be like this certain class of like people who just want to wear like all black and even like put like makeup on to make them really whatever. But like even if it's not like as big or anything, there's just going to be like a class of people who like want to like stand out in such a way. But I couldn't tell you specifically. I'm not in high school. Sam is treated like the way Shrimiko was in Mexico. Shitty made it about herself. Sugar development, especially in season 4. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Sam early season, like her actions, but like her actions, it's just like, it was just like the writing. I'm not really, they didn't really have a good story for Sam for season 5, to be honest. Kim and Julie go at it. Very smart. You just watched the vid. Very, very smart. Go watch that video, guys, on Julie Pierce. Glad you liked it. Still crowding on characters and shit to do. Yes, Saints Row, exactly. You got to move on. Steve Harry. Yeah, I think he was another one that people, but like, I don't think they're going to kill off anyone. At least none of the big characters. Like I said, I think like if anyone died, the most would make sense would be Elle, because she's like the oddball, right? She's like the one out. Like she could die. Like something to think about Stranger Things is like if you imagine like it is actually taking place in our world, in our universe. It's not like an alternate universe. Then you wonder like, how did this all happen in the 90s and no one remembers it or something? Like Elle dying would be kind of part of that. Like I think like Elle dying, because like then the last of the project has been erased and there's no history, and people kind of, the government mopped up the records or whatever. Like that's like a way to imagine it happening in our world. I don't think Elle will die, but like I was saying, if someone is going to die, she's probably the most likely, like a main character out of your main characters. Next is like, what's it? Number 7, Kali. She was 7, right? I forget her number. 4, 7. But then she's not even a main character. She's like a side character. So, any chance Tory's brother makes a reappearance and possibly becomes a new student? No, I don't think so. I'll tell you why. I don't even know who played Tory's brother. Like that boy didn't even have a credited appearance, and frankly, like it's not impossible, but like I feel like if they intended to bring that boy back, they would have given him a little bit more. They at least would have given him like a credited appearance. Like the boy is essentially an extra. He didn't even have like a credit. Like, so what we saw in season 3 there, it was just kind of like an acknowledgement of, yes, these people exist in Tory's life, but the show is not going to focus on them. The show is not about Tory's mom. The show is not about Tory's brother. So I don't think that. Leah turns out to be a lesbian. No. It doesn't matter. But like I think like I said, like she's not interested in either of them. You don't need to get like that involved in it. Like she's not interested in. They go their own way. There will be plenty of training montages. Don't worry. I see old school. Stranger Things, along with Cobra Kai. Yeah. The problem with Stranger Things is it takes too long to make. 2 years per season. 3 years in the case of season 4. Even though, like, COVID broke it up a little, but it takes too long. I don't know. I have no answer to that 80s movies or TV show. Keep in mind, the big three counterbalance is they're developing a movie on the Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Those valets. We'll see how that goes. If that goes ahead, that moves forward. But I wonder what the status of that script is. We got where Anthony's checking out Sam's friends. How hilarious would it be if seen with Anthony's friends checking out Sam? Just like a reverse. I mean, it could be if there was a scene that somehow played to that. Like they're having a pool party again. Like Anthony and Sam are having a pool party without their parents knowing. And so like Anthony's friends are over along with Sam's friends. I don't know. But what about Sam checking out Anthony's friends? Because that's the actual reverse. Like that would actually be the reverse. Sam checking out Anthony's friends. Not gonna happen. That red-haired boy. He doesn't got it. Let's see. Second best current show. Yeah. I mean, who knows? Debating whether current shows or past shows. Or are you gonna watch the new Ant-Man and the Wasp? No. I was done with Marvel after Endgame. I didn't see a reason to continue watching. I thought that was excellent for what they did. The build-up of the different movies and culminating in Infinity War and Endgame was really, really, really good. I was like, I'm going to just stop here. Why keep watching? And even if some of the shows and stuff were pretty good after that, like, what do you have now? You have, like, She-Hulk. You have Thor, Love and Thunder, or whatever. Like I haven't seen any of those, but like the general reaction I'm hearing is not very good. Sidekicks. No, we don't need that. It would have to be L if they killed it. Yeah, I think like if someone was gonna die, and I don't think so, but if like L is the most likely. That's how I see it. L is definitely the most likely. Sebastian, thank you for coming in. Thank you for leaving the comment on Wednesday. Sebastian was able to get a quick comment on the Wednesday before YouTube disabled comments. But the comments on Wednesday are on the Wednesday video are returned on. Like I said, if you had a comment, you should be able to go back and leave one. I would really appreciate it if you did. Anthony seemed to make a friend of me, Yeah, I mean he's got Sam, he knows Robbie. So I totally agree. I don't think they're gonna kill anyone off in the next series. Yeah. And thank you, bro, Keeman Bell. Max is not completely dead. Well, I mean, the stakes are life and death and the fate of the world. I mean, the season 4 ended. Season 4 ended with, the whole hell opening up. The upside down merging into the real world. I think what you mean is like every time they tease or suspense like someone could die, they haven't. People, I guess, haven't died since season 1. I'll have to check. At least no one important. Yeah, I mean, I will say, like, Max, like, had she died there at the end, it would have been really impactful. But I think they have a plan for Max in season 5. Obviously, but that was definitely a good storyline there. Max's brother died. Right. Her stepbrother. In season 3, but yeah. But I think like they go for the happy ending. There's nothing wrong with a happy ending in the end. It's kind of what we want. Even if you don't think so, you kind of want a happy ending. People watch shows and movies to be happy. Yeah, we'll see. Tory's aunt taking her brother away. We'll see if this comes up and if they go this route and kill off Tory's mom. I think they may. It gives Tory another story here this season. We'll see. I think that could come up. And that could be where Amanda gets involved. That could be like where Amanda gets involved to help Tory with this. Yeah, they could recast his brother. Yeah, I mean that's possible too. I mean, we'll see. But like I said, in the end, like Tory's brother is not a main character in the show. He's not what's important. So like the story's about Tory, not Tory's brother. And it's like what I always try to tell you, with Kenny and Sean. The story's about Sean, the story's about Kenny. It's not about Sean. Sean was like the introduction, the bridge to Kenny. So that's where you're at. Surf Ninjas. That is a very 90s show. Wow. I'm liking that idea. Good one, Robert. Let's like reboot Surf Ninjas as a Netflix show. Completely ridiculous. Hawaiian surfers who learn ninjutsu. And it was also like the heir to the throne of some country or something. Like, wasn't that basically like the movie? As a plot device. Well, yes, that's true. I mean, her aunt was a plot device. Her aunt is partially what brought Tory to Amanda, as you recall. In season 4, episode 6, kicks get chicks. That's where that happened. Too many people want every character to die. Yeah. People get carried away, and then they get really emotionally attached to their own ideas. Steve's gonna die. It makes so much sense. I guess you're addressing roundtable, but yeah, like people get these theories, and then you get like emotionally attached to your theory, and just like tune out anything said against it. Sweep the leg. Take care, Matt. Thank you for coming in. Turning Sam into a pervert now. Well, I mean, was Anthony a pervert when he was checking out Yasmin? No, he was a normal 14-year-old boy. Who wouldn't? The MCU should have ended after Endgame. Yeah, it did for me. I haven't watched anything after. None of the shows, none of the movies. I don't care. Like that was a great ending. So like I'm just gonna stop it there. Like you just keep watching, and the next thing you're sitting there struggling through She-Hulk and looking at the twerking. And like, well, I'm committed to it. I gotta keep watching. Like, no, I don't. You may. I don't. I'm happy to end the story when it had a really good ending. So for Endgame, that was it for me. Yeah, I don't think Cobra Kai is going to kill any of the main characters. Pawn Shop? Come on. Tory's mom, maybe, just because that's kind of set up. But yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll see what they do with Kreese. If Kreese sacrifices himself in some way. We'll see. No, there will be no teaser in May. They're barely going to start shooting in May. So no teaser. Maybe nothing until maybe towards the end of the year. We'll see towards the end of the year, November, December, maybe October, but probably like November, December. Towards the end of the year is when we get something. They're only going to maybe start shooting in May. But the people thought Steve was going to die. Yeah, then Mike. Yeah, people they just come up with stuff. People just come up with stuff. No, I did watch No Way Home finally. That's the only one of those I saw. That was a good one. But that's like Sony. It's like yeah, it's connected to the MCU. But it is technically like officially like owned by Sony. But yeah, I guess there you go. I watched No Way Home. And I would love for them to make a Spider-Man 4 with Toby Maguire. I guess they won't. I mean, I still don't know if Toby's up to it, but like, I think like coming back like 20 years later, 15, 20 years later, like with like that Spider-Man, it's like could be so interesting. But that's probably not going to happen. No one asks Watch Party what he wants. Go watch Wednesday. Yeah, watch Wednesday and then watch my video on it. Go ahead. I think it's pretty good. Like I said, I think it resonates with people. It resonates especially with it's like a young adult show. It's like a high school. I'm not gonna say WB. I don't quite know that, but they're in high school, so it's a lot of that stuff. But it's like set in the Addams Family universe. It has kind of like a Harry Potter feel to it. There's a lot of like Harry Potter things. And I think like just for like a lot of people, like it really resonated. To the point where like sometimes to the point like where people like overhype it, like it's not a perfect show. Like there's a lot of things that don't really make sense. There's some things that kind of annoy me. But because it kind of like emotionally resonates with people and people really like are drawn to that Wednesday character, they can kind of reflect on her for as like morbid as she is. People can kind of like reflect themselves onto Wednesday and such. We'll see. How and when do you see Silver and Kreese interacting again? Towards the end, we'll see what happens with Silver. Silver's like was arrested. He's got legal trouble. I don't think it'll last, but yeah. I don't think they'll fight. Kreese stays dead. Yeah. She-Hulk. It was stupid when Jennifer said that her life was worse than Bruce being Hulk. Yeah, I mean, I didn't actually watch it, so yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I've seen like videos on it and people talking about it, but like I didn't watch it. Like, what do I care? I stopped. Yeah, they'll see the body. They'll see the body. Three Ninjas is a Netflix reboot. Yeah, Three Ninjas, Surf Ninjas. I actually kind of agree with that. Like, but like I feel like they wouldn't do it now. Like they're a little too PC, or like the way they did it. Even back then, it really didn't make sense because they had like three white boys who were like technically like I guess a quarter Japanese because like their grandfather was Japanese. Like they didn't really say like it like okay, whatever. But like I feel like Netflix would get all caught up with that. Like they would never stop focusing on that part of it, that they wouldn't be able to make like a good show. Because you got to get over like that. Like and it didn't really even make sense back then, but like no one paid it. But like back then no one really cared or paid attention, and now that's all they would care or pay attention to. So Toby approved of coming back if they wanted him to. For like a whole movie? Yeah. Like I would love that, but as far as I know, there's no plans on that. That's something I would be more interested in. You know, the current iteration with Tom Holland and Zendaya, like I don't really care. Not that I don't like Zendaya, but I don't mind Tom Holland. Like I liked him in the Avengers movies and such. I thought he was really, really good. And I did like No Way Home, but that's that. Melissa, do you think we'll be seeing a Tory apologizing Sam for everything? Yes. Yeah. I know you always ask that. You even asked this in the meetup. I don't know. We'll see how they do it. Like, I think something like this will come up. It's just like, but like, think of it like happening in a more interesting way, though. Not just like a scene of them sitting at a table, I apologize. Oh, I shouldn't have done this. Like that's too generic. That's not like an interesting scene to watch. So like something like this could happen, but probably not in a way you're thinking. Like try to imagine it in something like a little bit more interesting way, not just like them sitting at a table or like sitting on a bench next to each other. I shouldn't have done. Oh, I apologize for this. Like that doesn't make for an interesting scene. But like if you're asking ultimately resolution to all the Tory Sam stuff, yes, I think there will be resolution for all this, which is really deeply what I think you're looking at. You're looking for, like, will there be resolution? And yeah, I think there will be resolution to this. So instead of like thinking specific, well, Tory apologized for this and this and this. Think of it. Will there be resolution to all this story? Yes, it will resolve in some fashion. I love Maguire as Peter Parker. I'm so emotionally invested in the character. Yeah, I think a lot of people are. I think I did really enjoy No Way Home. Yes, that was the one Spider-Man movie I saw. Only because it was like Spider-Man, and I mean, yeah, I guess it was MCU. Like they're attached. So, but that was it was good. I think we're pretty good. I've always heard Spider-Man 3 wasn't that great. I always heard it was partially, or I did hear, partially Sony. The problem is Sony keeps wanting to add multiple villains and such, and they keep pushing for that because they were trying to essentially sell more toys. Like I understood there was like a different script, that like I think it didn't have Sandman. It was just sort of like the Venom stuff for Spider-Man 3. But like Sony wanted more villains in order to sell more toys. Like they're looking like we need another villain. So they had to like rewrite everything to add more into Spider-Man. It just bogged everything down and it wasn't very good. Like you'd want like them to, Sony to let them tell the story. So you would think Sam Raimi had earned that, but like he hadn't, because like it's just like business for them. Like, well, we need like another villain in the story. Can't just have like Venom or something. Because then we make this X dollars more from the other toy. Like, and they ended up just kind of blowing it up. So like I would just love them to give Sam Raimi like full control. Like let him do it, and then just sell the toys you can. But your 16 will probably relate to Wednesday. You very well may. Marvel's getting so hard to defend. Just don't watch it, and then you don't care anymore. I mean, that's where I'm at. Like I stopped. I said, Endgame is a great ending. I don't need to watch anything else. I do watch videos like YouTube, like the Critical Drinker does good stuff, taking it apart. He watches that stuff. I don't. I did watch Velma. I put a no. I watched the first 2 episodes of Velma. Did you see? I made a video. And I introduced the Hayden scale. Go to the channel, watch this video. I'll try to get it higher up on the page. But if you go to like the past videos, find this thumbnail. Now this was after just the first 2 episodes. I just watched the first 2 episodes of this one. I didn't watch the whole thing. I don't think anyone watched it. Almost no one watched the whole thing. I'm not a Scooby-Doo fan. Like I don't come from it from that perspective. But I was a little curious, just like how bad can it be? So yeah, go ahead and watch that video. Yeah, Dustin already lost Eddie. Yeah, like with Eddie dying, I don't think like Steve would feel like the same. Yeah. Silver needs to remain complex. Not one side is a 2-dimensional villain. Oh, guys, I'm gonna have to go soon. We're going. Guess we'll go to the top of the hour. Shoot, it's taking too long. Do 20. Yeah. Silver always had his redemption didn't last. Exactly. I think that's a good way to think about it. Toby is no one's least favorite Spider-Man. Well said. I grew up with Toby. Yeah. Passionate makeup sex. Oh, the fan fiction will never stop. Tanner's looking to play Robin. And he may be in a prime position based on what James Gunn has announced. He's like announced a Robin that's like Batman's son. I don't know, that's some iteration or something, but like I think like Tanner is like in a prime position for that role. That's not impossible. I don't know anything about this particular version of the character, but sure, why not? You like Toby Spider-Man 3? Yeah, it just wasn't as good as the other 2 though. It had moments. It had moments, but like it just like wasn't as good. No, Melissa, don't worry. I know your head is just popping full of questions, and you just ask them as they come out. Don't worry. Don't worry. Doesn't matter. Yeah. My understanding is like they had 2, they had like 3 and 4 mapped out. One was gonna be Sandman, and then like the other was Venom. Like and then basically he took what was gonna be 2 movies and mashed them into one. Yeah. I know that Sony was stepping in and like forcing things on it. Basically, I think a lot of it was just to sell more toys. Because frankly, like they can actually like figure this out. Like if we put in another villain, we can make another $100 million in licensing or something. Like it's like insane, but like it's true. Like, and that just factors in. So it's like you're looking at a script and saying, oh, well, you only had one villain or two villains, but if you put in a third, we get like at easily another 100 million plus, 100 million plus, maybe even more, off of just licensing. Because like parents will buy 2 toys for the kids, well now they'll buy 3 toys. Like it's just like it's like insane. That's how they look at it, and their job is to make money. So they just say no, put in another villain. You got to do that, and that's what you end up with. It's a shame, but oh, now we're after 4. You stuck with Marvel a long time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll have to look back. I don't think Nancy's vision means that much. It was more of season 4 specific, I think. Um, Spider-Man 3 is is that a question? Are you asking us? Is Spider-Man 3 your favorite? Tanner should play Red Hood. I don't know who that is. Fun stream. Thank you, Robert. Speaking of which, yeah, it's about time. I gotta go. I got some stuff to do. Some more videos. But guys, yeah, if you haven't seen like that Velma video on the Hayden scale, and I put one out on Wednesday, I would love for you if you watch those. Comments should be enabled now. If you were going to leave a comment, I would appreciate if you could just go ahead and drop a comment. I would really appreciate that. Leave a like, leave a comment. I'd like to get these other videos doing well, and every little bit on the algorithm helps. Red Hood is one of the Robins. Yeah, I think Tanner's got a good shot at that. We'll see what happens. So that's all for now. Thank you everyone for coming in.